Welcome back to the September 2022 Brimfield Flea Market in Brimfield, Mass. This caught my eye. This is a 1970s Wolverine Racerama pinball machine, but sadly it's incomplete. It's missing its base. It should have 4 legs on it. Still pretty cool though. And if you like this type of video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Thanks. I have no idea. Got a blade in it, but it's got a blade in it. It looks like a manual lawnmower almost. I don't know what it would be chopping up. Oh, it says it's a peanut crusher. Didn't know there was such a thing.
You're welcome to come back again. Pull right up, we'll load it.
If anybody knows more about that peanut crusher, let me know.
I'll put a sold sticker on it.
I like these clocks here. I like the one on the top though a little bit more, the General Electric Hot Point one. That looks older to me. I'm guessing 1960s maybe. This guy's got a lot of great old advertising stuff. Like this clock here, Famo Feeds. Never heard of it, but for some reason I would want it hanging on my wall.
I like the way she said that. No.
I gotta start low.
No way. That wasn't low enough.
50. Here? Oh, 50 bucks.
That wasn't low.
They have 195 Crazy.
I love these character glasses. I have a nearly complete set of the Looney Tunes ones there. They're 1973 Pepsi. I'm just missing one character, and if you know the set, it's the most offensive character nowadays. Very hard to find. This is pretty cool. This is an Intellivision game console from 1979, and I was really considering buying this. It looks to be in pretty good condition. The only problem though is you can't test it unless you bring it home, and with something you get at a flea market, there's really no recourse if it doesn't work. So that's really the main holdup I had in buying this. But he had a decent selection of games with it too. A lot of them are sports games, which for whatever reason most game collectors aren't really into sports games. He did have Pitfall though. That's probably one of the best games of the bunch there. And this one here was Armored Battle, or Armor Battle. Yeah, poker, blackjack, don't care much about that. Astro Smash, that looks like an Asteroids clone of some sort. Backgammon, basketball. Beauty and the Beast, never heard of it. Kind of looks like a Donkey Kong or a Rampage clone, I would say. And these games here are for the Intellivoice add-on, which he actually has for sale as well. And the Intellivoice add-on would actually add a very rudimentary voice synthesizer. So you could actually get some sort of speech in games. It wouldn't sound anything like speech synthesizers sound like today, but for the time it was pretty cool. Hi, how much are you asking on the Intellivision games and console?
A lot. I'm asking $2.25.
Okay.
It does work. All the controls are in there, all the cables, everything.
Yep. Okay, thanks. Assuming it does work, that's actually not a bad deal, and once again, I kind of wish I had picked it up. If there's any camera collectors out there, let me know. Are any of these particularly valuable or desirable? I like old cameras, but I just don't know much about them.
I mean, you know, she didn't get it below value. She got it below the value at the time, and then it was valued about a month later.
Do we still have that one of Graham's?
And I have one. I think I plugged it in last year.
Did you? This old Eldon catamaran toy is pretty cool. It's from about 1963, and I think it's amazing that it's still in the original box after almost 60 years. And $65 doesn't sound like a bad deal to me, honestly. This is one iconic magazine here. This is National Lampoon's number 34, and it actually goes for more than that online. It goes for like $150, $200 in some cases. It's pretty amazing. And I love these old Halloween costumes here. I'm not sure how old they are. They look like 1950s to me, but I don't know for sure. There's something about them that's just creepy. Creepier than a normal Halloween mask would be. Not sure what it is. These green bucket chairs here look like Eames chairs to me. I'm not sure if they are, though. They do appear to be made of fiberglass rather than plastic, just based on their appearance. He's asking $325 each for them, which is what I would generally expect an Eames chair like that to go for. But if anybody knows for sure, are those actually Eames chairs, or is that just some other random, similar appearing chair?
Get to me on Facebook, LITE like 100.5 on Facebook, and I'll play your request coming up.
Here's some more of those character glasses, a lot of Looney Tunes ones and Rocky and Bullwinkle. I've actually bought from this guy before, and I have actually all of these glasses already. He's got a lot of Porky Pig and Daffy Duck there. That's interesting. But of course, he doesn't have that one glass that I don't have.
No, I'm all set. Thanks.
And that one glass, I'm not going to say what it is, I have never seen it at a flea market ever. Now, I'm no expert on antique furniture, but most of this stuff, to my eye, appears to have been restained, refinished. Am I right? And if so, what is the opinion on that nowadays? I remember it was kind of frowned upon in the past to actually refinish and stain antique furniture. I kind of got excited when I saw that floppy disk holder here, but sadly there's no floppy disks in it. Oh well. And these I find both interesting and sad at the same time. Old yearbooks, scrapbooks, basically personal documents that people are selling. I just feel it should be with the family, but I guess, for whatever reason that didn't work out. What's your opinion on that type of thing?
I find it fascinating when they have somebody's personal scrapbook from
Yeah.
it's like, hey, congratulations, the baby was born.
I know. I
It's like all this personal stuff that,
kind of sad.
Yeah.
You see like old photos of people that nobody knows who they are.
yeah. And somebody's yearbook here with all the inscriptions.
Oh, everybody signed it. 63.
Popular person, apparently.
Yeah, they got everybody to sign. Jeez.
It's probably somebody died and
Yeah.
they just cleaned out the house and
Didn't look at anything. It's just
gave everything away.
there's a Spidey lunchbox.
Yeah. Yeah, it's new. don't come with thermoses anymore.
No. What's the kid supposed to drink?
Juice box, I guess. That's not right. It's plastic. It can't be that old.
So every year I find something new that seems to be the hot collectible, or at least the dealers think it is. And this year it seems to be old Christmas lawn ornaments.
Wonder how much they're asking for these. 130 bucks. Remember, these were everywhere, like in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they were considered pretty much just throwaway, and now they're going for lots of money. $595.
It's actually kind of tacky.
Yeah, I think that's probably part of the reason why people like them.
No.
So Gordon and Virginia were right here.
I got you. No, I got you. Bring back memories, right?
Oops, sorry.
No, you're alright. You're changing the price and stuff, lowering
Thank
it.
you. Enjoy a beautiful day.
This old playground equipment here is pretty cool. This motorcycle is definitely something I would have wanted to ride when I was a kid. You know, if it was between this and riding a cow or something, I would definitely go for that motorcycle. This Wegmans trolley is pretty nice, but for $12.50, that's a bit out of my price range. If anybody knows where this would have been from, let me know. I'm wondering if it was Wegmans Supermarket or some other place named Wegmans. I really have no idea.
I did. I was saying $10 for that. You gave him 20.
So I thought this was pretty cool. From a distance, it looked like a phonograph or like a record player, but it's actually a giant music box. This one's by a company called Stella, and I'm thinking it's probably from the 20s or 30s, perhaps? Maybe older?
Won't be able to feed my children for a week.
Yeah, well. Yeah, well. He's fussy anyways. He's not in the mood for this.
Well,
Is that from one of those things where the cars hit each other?
I know he did. He scared the shit out of you. That was beautiful. He scared the shit out of you. That was beautiful.
I'll sell you that trolley right there for $700.
Just if I had room for it, but sadly I don't. Yeah.
There's like 4 grand. You ready to move it?
It's a lot of phonographs and record players in there. That would be something if I was really in the market for
Yeah.
a phonograph player and I
Yeah.
did my research.
Yep.
I would go there, but look at that one. It looks like a piano. You see it?
Yeah.
At the end?
I like it.
Like that one, right? I have all these work bags.
Nobody there, so I don't know if everybody's not going because of the crazy schedule or what, but
Here's another one of those Stella music boxes.
Diane Tyler's.
no, I haven't been.
There's quite a few music boxes in here, actually. Too bad a lot of the discs appear to be warped. And I'm not sure if you can fix that. I would imagine you could, you know, flatten them somehow. But I would think if you did that, it might damage the recording on it, possibly. Not sure, though.
absolutely nobody there. So I don't know what they got everybody.
Yeah, that one there is really warped.
Crazy schedule.
I'm not
or
even sure
what,
if it would
but-
turn at this point.
Did you ever look up the Diane Tyler's?
No, I haven't been.
I believe most of the stuff in this booth is probably either reproductions or it's just mass-produced modern stuff. I don't think any of this is particularly old. But it's still interesting. A lot of it is, you know, it's fun stuff to have, but it's not, they're not antiques,
I
basically.
don't know what they got everybody just not going because of crazy schedule or what, but.
Did you ever look up the Diane Tyler's?
No, I haven't been.
The green colored stuff is supposed to be jade, but I'm 99% sure that is not actual jade. It's some sort of plastic.
Going over here. It's an interesting advertising slogan. Blush. Oh, car wash detergent.
Great.
I don't think they could advertise it like that today.
New.
I have no idea what most of this is.
No.
I'm a big fan of vintage electronics, but like I said, most of this stuff is beyond my knowledge base. This is like scientific engineering type gear. Way outside of my area of expertise. But it's still just cool to look at, I think. That's an ultraviolet flashlight I have there, and I've been testing out anything that looks vaguely like uranium glass. And like I showed in the last video, if it is uranium glass, it'll glow fluorescent green under that UV light.
Yeah. Now, why would you have a big orange light bulb?
I don't know.
How is that?
I mean, it doesn't seem like it would be on a Christmas tree or something. Unless a really big Christmas tree.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Or maybe just for advertising or something.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about them along with this one.
Whoa.
I just about knocked that reel-to-reel player over when I just barely touched it. All those items there were barely hanging on by a thread. If I had touched it any harder, the whole stack would have fallen down. I'm guessing these headphones are probably from the 70s, maybe early 80s.
They use them for little, well, it depends if they're doing plants, a lot of times
Old school headphones there.
Yeah.
sometimes you just come off here.
New York, no Rhode Island. Remember they used to have these at Radio Shack. They used to have these arms at Radio Shack. Does anybody else remember these? I remember seeing them all the time, but I never had one. It's an interesting dummy there. It almost looks like a Popeye character. This looks like a countertop, like a bar. You put your feet here. And I remember about maybe 5 to 10 years ago, these antique fire extinguishers were like the hot collectible that you would see at Brimfield. Almost every booth had one, and nowadays you don't see them nearly as often. I still want to get one someday, one that's really highly polished.
There's a fireplace. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I need to get.
And this here is a bunch of marine salvage. So basically, this guy somehow was able to salvage, the fixtures off of old ships and boats, and it's pretty cool, but very expensive. Nothing in here is particularly affordable, I would say, but really nice stuff. These are made to look old, but they're not. Yeah, these are modern.
Yeah.
But look, it's only $25.
Yeah. Do Christmas shopping now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Nate's probably too old for that type of stuff now.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm here, that's half the battle. So they tell me.
There you go. It's always good when you're above ground.
Yep, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
Having a good show?
Not really. Everyone was rushed out. Yesterday was because it was overcast all day, so it was so-so. This is the first time in 30 years I haven't seen a long line for Maze. There was hardly no line at 9 o'clock when they opened.
Oh, at 9, but afterward it was huge. I was in it afterward. They came late.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I know that.
It got nasty. Well, I shouldn't say it got nasty. One woman apparently here got really nasty to somebody who was screaming and yelling and swearing.
A customer or you mean a dealer?
A customer going in.
Excuse
She
me?
didn't like the way this guy was going in, and she got mad. She started making a huge scene.
Gene archery.
Yeah.
saw him live on stage in Portland with his horses.
Yeah.
This is Rex Collectibles, and the owner is Gary Summers. He's actually a fairly regular guest on the Antiques Roadshow, and I'm sure you'll recognize him if you see him.
I know, but that's, I only got you stuff that I knew you want just for yourself. And it's just weird stuff.
Yeah.
That's him right there, the guy in the blue shirt with the gray hair and ponytail.
As you said.
Big part.
Yeah.
In the sense of.
You want a booth? You want to. So the idea is the concept is
Saturday Night Fever on 8-track. That has to be the most 70s thing ever. I love this little cassette player here. This is probably from the 70s or 80s, early 80s probably, and it's Realistic brand, and most of you probably know Realistic is the Radio Shack store brand. So even though Realistic was generally considered not great quality back in the day, today for me, nostalgia-wise, because it's related to Radio Shack, means I love it. I love these buckets and boxes of just random stuff. You never know what you're going to find in there. Now, like Saturday Night Fever on 8-track is the most 70s thing ever, this book here, The Solution to the Rubik's Cube, is probably the most 80s thing ever, I think. I know I was never able to solve a Rubik's Cube. How about you? Did anybody out there ever solve a Rubik's Cube without peeling off the stickers? And there you have it. That's the end of episode 3 of the September 2022 Brimfield Flea Market. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you'd like. And please subscribe to my channel. I've got a ton more videos like this coming up, as well as Dead Mall videos and Abandoned Places videos, and who knows what other types of videos I'll be posting. So, again, please don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see ya.
Oh, bye, Annie. Oh, and watch that re-entry. It's a little bumpy.